Are you ready to see your final headliner of the evening? I said, are you ready to see your final headliner? Please welcome the very funny Mr. John Minto!
Let's give it up for Lily, Rachel, and the rest of the comments before I go to Rachel. That's pretty impressive, wasn't it? Some pretty impressive stuff. I'll tell you what else is impressive. I convinced a woman to marry me. I'm engaged. Too much. Let's bring that down by half because we can act like we're disappointed that I was taken off the market for a few seconds. I mean, think of the ones and ones of women here who just had their 17th backup plan ripped out from under them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But being engaged has been awesome for my fiance. She gets a ring. She gets this, which is like a D+ dad bod. And I just keep getting to spend money I don't have, so that's great. It's really cool. People are like, hey, where are you guys registered? Where are you registered? Wells Fargo. And make that shit out to cash, please. But I knew it was a problem right from the start because I asked her to marry me and her response was a little weird. She said yes. So she kind of instantly called my bluff, and that's a red flag because I never, ever thought I was going to marry the type of woman who would be excited to spend her entire life with me. That seems like a character flaw, and I haven't looked at it the same way since, frankly, but what do? You bury it deep and you deal with it another time like most married people. But I think at this point, we're like most engaged folks. We're looking forward to things, and we're really, really looking forward to planning the divorce. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. We can laugh at it. We're having a good time. Come on. My God. I don't know. My friends, my family, they get upset when I make those self-deprecating jokes like that. They think it makes me sound depressed, but they're only around me every waking hour of the day and night, so I mean, they're not really in a position to make that call. My doctor's also made that call, though, and it turns out he is in a position to do that. So I'm medicated pretty heavily now. And it's exciting, though. Antidepressants are pretty kick-ass. For those of you who are not on a powerful cocktail of mind-altering drugs, every one of my meds has the same 3 potential side effects, and they're really great. Suicidal thoughts, erectile dysfunction, and upset stomach. Now, folks, I'm not a doctor, but that third one seems unnecessary to include. If my dick stops working and I want to kill myself, I might be dealing with a tummy ache from time to time. That kind of seems like something, but... And I should be clear right now, though, I'm not suicidal. That's just fake news being spread by medical professionals who see my file. Don't buy into those old facts, guys. Come on, no. I got plenty to be depressed about, though. I'm a Republican, so right off the bat, that's one, and it gets worse. I work in politics, so I'm not just a part of the problem, I'm the problem. I'm the walking, talking embodiment of everything people hate about this country right now, which is, I mean, not an unusual feeling for me. I'm a Patriots fan, so... But man, I'm serious. You tell people you're a Republican in this day and age, they get pissed. Like, fuck you, John. You don't even care about me. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, okay, I got it. And when you put it that way, that's pretty much accurate. That's a nail right on the head. But I do. I mean, I care about your rights and your liberties and so forth. I just care about paying my rent a little bit more than that. And I'm in way too deep to find a new job. So if I got to take away your affordable health care to pay the bills, sacrifices are going to be made. Somebody's got to fight the good fight, though, guys. I mean, times are changing. I think we can all at least agree on the fact that times are pretty tough for everybody right now. I think that's true. Particularly for white men, though. Am I right? Come on, guys. I don't know why people are laughing. It's a tough time. I mean, guys, women almost broke the glass ceiling in November. Were you guys paying attention? Almost shattered that glass. They would have been empowered as shit if that would have happened. And I think you know what that means we would have been up to. We've been cleaning all that fucking glass. I don't want that job. Yeah. And here's another one you might not have heard about. Black Lives Matter now. And that's something I've been dealing with. Because, and don't get me wrong, it's great. I think that's great. It's just not great for me personally. And that's where I struggle with it. Because typically in this country, waking up white and male, that's all you really need. And now that's kind of leveling out. And do I look or sound like the kind of guy who's really going to thrive with a level playing field? Fuck no. I try to tell this to my friends, but they don't really get it. I got to dumb it down for them. You know how white people are, right? Idiots. So I'm just like, hey, you ever been the only white guy on a dance floor surrounded by black people? Yes. Did you feel particularly empowered and privileged in there? No, you did not. That's going to be what your life is soon enough. We need a better effort there, white folks. Come on. Well, what am I doing? I'm just trying to survive Trump's America just like everybody else. It's fine. Now, I have a startling amount of white privilege, so I like my chances, because when the world goes to shit and is literally on fire, let's be honest, I look like the kind of guy who's going to end up with a tax cut out of the whole deal. So I'm looking forward to that, but I hate to break it to you, looking around this audience, some of you are going to get deported, which is probably really great news, because the ones that are left behind are not going to survive the first purge night. I don't know what to tell you. And trust me when I say I am pulling for you, I'm on your side, but if that doesn't make you feel any better, just ask yourself this. When in American history has a white guy saying, trust me, worked out poorly for anybody? I mean, come on, guys. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. We're moving on. When people say I'm depressed, I feel like I'm just jaded, though, because everyone seems to have a time in their life that they look back on and they're very proud of. Whether it was high school, college, they had those moments where they say, I was somebody then. That must be nice, because I don't have that. The closest I came is when I was put on a hit list in high school, like 4 days after one of the worst school shootings in history. So that was great. I felt really good at that moment. And I know this might come as a surprise because I seem so well adjusted. I haven't really let it go over the last 15 years, desperately trying to figure out who wanted to kill me and why. And the thing is despite what you've heard tonight, I'm a pretty nice guy. And all I did in high school was a bunch of theater. So, to me, it just seems like, well, do they hate something I did on stage? I mean, when I was 10 yet, Fiddler on the Roof, did those people see it? And they were just like, fuck this guy. That's anti-Semitic, so that's on them. That's not even cool. Or maybe when I was the Lion in The Wizard of Oz and I popped out on stage and was like, boom, mom, which one of your boys? They literally thought, you're first. Very possible. It's also possible, though, that I just shoehorn the Lion's voice into a joke because I haven't done it on stage in 15 years. Don't jump to conclusions, but I'll tell you. Oh, goodness. I'll tell you this, though. We've gone down some dark paths tonight, but I want to leave you with something a little bit better because it gets worse. There were 1,600 kids who went to my school. I was the only one named on the goddamn hit list. And that's infuriating to me, because the weeks after it, I had parents and teachers crying, we're gonna keep you safe, okay, we're on your team. And I'm like, can you guys focus on the bigger picture, which is that I was the only person named on the goddamn hit list? I mean, guys, let's get on the same page about this. When you go to a grocery store and you only need one item, you don't make a list, you make a note. I was named on a fucking murder note in high school, and everybody just wants me to maintain. But I'll leave you with this before I go, I'm about done. I don't want you to get too depressed tonight, so if you're ever feeling down on yourself, feeling low, you're not, you guys rock. And just know that you're always smarter and you're always better than the person or persons who were so incompetent that they couldn't put down an unarmed 15-year-old cowardly lion, even though I was the only person named on their goddamn murder note. You guys wouldn't have fucked that up, and that's why I love you. I'm sorry.